This is Tyler Fitzgerald, and you're listening to Gym on Base.
Welcome back to another episode of the Gym on Base show. We're here at spring training with Tyler Fitzgerald. And Tyler, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and I know you grew up in the Illinois area, right? So curious, who are your favorite teams and players growing up?
I grew up an Atlanta Braves fan because my dad's from Savannah, Georgia. So I grew up a big Chipper Jones fan. He's kind of being on the left side of the infield, being a taller infielder, kind of motivated me, and it kind of gave me a, like, hey, I can do this. I can be one of the taller infielders, and that was kind of the guy that I looked up to from like a young age.
Have you gotten to meet him yet, or?
No, never, but that'd be pretty cool.
And I was wondering if your dad was one of your favorite players too, right? Because I know he played some time with the Cardinals, right?
He's my all-time favorite player. Yeah, for sure. He's taught me everything I know about the game and just about life and about failure and everything. So he's definitely my favorite player. I just didn't really feel it necessary to say that one because that one was kind of obvious.
Yeah, it's kind of a trick question.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I am wondering, you're early on in your career still, so what do you remember the most about maybe your call-up story or making your MLB debut? I imagine you're a little nervous.
A little bit. I said some prayers before the game, and it's just kind of calmed me down. It was really, really crazy. I was more nervous for my first AAA game than I was my big league game, which is just, I said it to people, and they're like, what are you talking about? How is that possible? But I felt really good. My favorite memory was either my first hit or the homer off Kershaw. Was one of those two. They're pretty even. Just getting the first hit out of the way in the first game was obviously super special, but then going over to Oracle and hitting the homer against Kershaw was, I think, probably my favorite memory.
Who has the home run ball? Did you get it back, or?
It's the Kershaw one. Yeah. I do not have that one, but I have my first homer, which was off Yarborough at LA.
Okay.
I do have that one, and I have my first RBI, which was a walk, and then my first hit. So I have all three of them.
That's awesome. So one day you'll have a good man cave.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the plan. And I got all my jerseys and stuff too. So.
Well, I've been asking players, is there a favorite player that you grew up having that you had a jersey of? Was it Chipper Jones, or do you remember having a jersey growing up as a kid that you liked to wear?
I had some Chipper Jones shirts. I don't know if I ever had like an actual jersey. I just wore a lot of like my brother's jerseys. Okay. I'd go to all his games and support him, and that's kind of what I remember mostly. And then always just carrying around like my dad's old equipment, like his old batting gloves and his old bats and stuff like that. But no, I've never been like a big jersey guy. I have some baseball cards. I think my best baseball card is Ken Griffey signed rookie card, which is pretty cool. That's probably like the coolest thing I have of somebody.
That's worth something right there.
Yeah, it is. So I'm not telling anyone where it's hidden.
Well, do you have a favorite baseball or just sports movie in general that you like when it comes on, or?
The Sandlot for sure. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, but I've seen it 30 times in my life. So that's the one that sticks out to me.
And when it comes to being in the grind of a season, are you someone that wears the same hat all the way through, or do you like getting a fresh one every now and then? Do you dirty it up as it goes on? Or?
I usually will keep the same hat. Sometimes, like last year, we had a 2-week road trip in Texas in AAA. I couldn't keep the same hat. I had to switch. It was just too stinky. But usually I'll keep the same hat unless I can't do it anymore.
And I had Corbin Carroll on yesterday, and I asked him, is spring training enough time for you to get ready for the season when it comes to memorizing all the handshakes and stuff with your teammates?
You're kind of reminding me I need to get on that. I'm not a big handshake guy, but a lot of guys love to, and a lot of guys, it means a lot to them, so I'm going to have to learn some. I actually haven't even started learning them. I'm still just getting in game shape and just focus more on the game, and then as we move on, and I'll probably start doing some more handshakes with some guys.
And it is spring training, so you got to get your workouts in. Is there a workout that you love or one that you dread? Is it like squat day that you dread, or one that you really look forward to?
I love squats. I single leg stuff, like rear foot elevated stuff, it always makes me so sore the next day. So those are kind of the ones that I dread. Obviously I still do them, but I probably won't be as fast the next day after doing those ones. So those are probably the ones I dread.
And when you have the grind of the season, a lot of your years obviously playing baseball, what do you like to do away from the game? Are you into golf or travel, anything like that?
That's a good question. When I'm not at the field in the middle of the season, I'm just chilling. Me and my fiance will just chill. We'll sit by the pool, we'll watch TV shows, just something super relaxing. We'll go get a dinner. But I have golf clubs. I golf couple times a year, but I'm not huge on it. When I'm not at the field, I'm probably like laying down or just relaxing.
Relaxing from all those lunges and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When the legs are heavy.
Just all the games. Yeah.
Well, Tyler, thanks for coming on. It's fun to get to know you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you kick some ass this season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.